Ching, 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 ching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Welcome to this episode of the Pre-Market Show. Andrew, how are you today?
I'm good. A little bit tired, a little bit of jet lag. My hours difference, but no, I'm good. Good to be back, getting back into it. So it's been a bit of a tough week, but lots going on. We got NFP in 3 minutes. For those who are new to the show, non-farm payrolls. So it's going to be measuring the number of jobs added or lost in the US economy during the previous month. So this is a big market mover, right? So I would say, out of all the high impact news we get, this is probably one of the big ones or the biggest ones. So yes, 2 minutes to go, and I've actually taken a long position with 100 stop. Not looking great. We're pushing down, but let's see what happens now in 2 minutes. And yourself?
Let's see, Andrew. I'm excited for the NFP. I have a feeling we could get a nice reaction. I'm not sure if it's going to be up or down, but I don't know. Spidey senses are saying maybe we get a nice little move after NFP.
So
that's my
thinking.
So I think we're gonna get if I had to guess, I'd say an upward move in S&P 500.
Yeah, I think
that's my guess.
Trump cooking the books again, right?
I don't know.
Any more bad news? So let's see what happens. How long we got? We just got over 1 minute and counting. So welcome, chat. Welcome to the show. I'm back. I'm no straw hat this week. Back at the trading desk here in Wales and on my 30-minute lunch break to bring you the show. And just giving a shout out to the boys at Macro Market. Let's get a countdown. No sell from the boys at Market yet. Professional users. Let's go.
Ten seconds. $172K. That is higher than forecast 89K. The prior revised up to 179 from 115K. The unemployment rate 4.3% as expected. Average earnings year over year 3.4% as expected. Private payrolls 120K higher than forecast 89K. Average work week hours at 34.3 as expected. Average earnings month over month at 0.3% as expected. Manufacturing payrolls at 7K higher than forecast 2K. Labor force participation at 61.8% as expected. Government payrolls at 52K. So looking to the markets, seeing some strength in the dollar, a bit of whipsawing in the S&P 500. Now the Canadian data, the employment change is at 87.8K, higher than forecast 10K. The unemployment rate at 6.6%, lower than forecast 6.9%. Canadian participation rate at 65% as expected, and the average hourly earnings year over year 3.2%, lower than.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Courtesy of our friends over at Macro Markets. They provided us with the live terminal squawks. Thank you. So let's see if we can have a look at the trades. I know we were getting a trade in, and famous last words, Andrew. We thought that the markets were going to go up, and there's always a surprise. There's always a surprise. Let us know. Comment in the comment section. Looks like we have over 420 people. 420 people on all platforms. So thank you for joining us today. We're going to be probably placing a few more trades if we continue lower in the pre-market. I would be happy to kind of follow this move lower. But thank you very much for watching live or the replay. So, Andrew, did you see the reaction?
I did, yeah. So I got a nice little spike up, and I thought, here we go. And I'm just glad I got a small stop in of only $100. So I'm currently down about 30 at the moment. Might jump out of this trade, if we get up to the break-even level. Doesn't look like, to be honest, we're down to 46 at the moment. So what I'll do is, I was willing to take this trade based on that news, but potentially we could hit a stop $100. But for myself, I'll be looking to take a trade from the opening range breakout, whether that's the high or the low. I'll just be sticking to the plan later as per normal. So we'll see how that plays out. But the S&P or ES for myself on futures, it's pushing down quite nicely at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity. And like we always say, we always are reacting to the market. We try not to predict. And this was a perfect example of the predictions can be wrong quite frequently, but you have to be able to flip from long to short. And if we do continue lower here, Andrew, this could be a good short opportunity. We still have the whole rest of the day for this to develop. So let's see. I wanted to just quickly touch on the data. Where did we put it? The data was here. So the expectation was for 85,000 new people to have joined the workforce. Looks like 172,000. That's what I call coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Let's get over to the this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it now. We'll be back in a sec. You are watching the pre-market show, and we'll be back right after this intro. As soon as I find it. Where we go? Where is it? Where is it, Andrew?
Is there somewhere?
Here we go. Okay, there we go. All right, welcome back, one and all. 470 views on all platforms,
Nice.
Andrew.
I tell you what is coming in hot is my stop loss. So here we go. So okay. So great start to Capital Preservation Day here on the Friday. But we've got a little bit to chat about. But before we get into chatting charts, should we talk about the SEC? So it's removed the 25K PDT, which is the pattern day trader requirement. And I suppose you're more in the know than me, but what does this mean for us as day traders or as retail traders into the markets?
So it's a rule that has been very much keeping a lot of retail traders from trading, in particular stocks and U.S. Financial markets in particular. So if you had less than $25,000 as a total account value, then you were limited to only placing 3 day trades in a 5-day period. And this came about shortly after COVID, when people were blowing their accounts out. And it was basically to try and protect people from themselves. That rule has now gone. I think Trump had something to do with that. And now, as a retail trader, if you have less than 25,000 as a balance, you can place as many in and out day trades as you want. A day trade's considered buying and selling or entering and exiting on the same day. So the gates are opened. And I don't know, Andrew, what do you think about the timing of this whole revelation?
Nice segue, because it is a coincidence into the SPACEX IPO, right? So I don't know if it does affect that. But, I'm seeing a lot of chatter today about SPACEX, the IPO. And what I'm seeing as well is some companies have also reduced the get-in rate there, right? I think it's gone from 5K potentially down to 2, or maybe 50K down to 2 as well, right? So there's lots of opportunities. So some people, they're going to make a lot of money, but there's going to be a lot of people that's also going to lose a lot as well. I'm on the fence with the SPACEX IPO at the moment. Seems like a great opportunity for those who can get in early. But I got a feeling, we've seen it with Meta, right? I think I was in 22. And just looking at that, I can remember the price pumping and people jumping in late. And then I think it's 30-40% retracement on the price as well. So yeah, just be careful. And what I would say, if you get in early, make sure you bag some of those profits or get those stops into break even if you can.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's a very good suggestion, and you never know what the reason is for it. I just find the fact that we're 1 week before one of the biggest IPOs in history, it seems like they want retail to be able to have the handcuffs off.
Yeah, or retail become the liquidity, right? That's the cynic in me, and I think being trading long enough, to realize that, and there is going to be an influx of money. Now, people might say retail traders, they won't be putting that much money in, but it's a numbers game, right? We're talking thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of people are going to be looking at the SPACEX IPO, and it's going to be like a lottery ticket for some as well. They're going to get on the right side of it, and they're going to do very well. So I think it's additional liquidity. I would be careful with it. There's just examples, right? I know it's not the same, but you can just look at Trump coin, Meliana coin, and some of these other coins that come out as well, where people were jumping in too late, and they were actually getting caught out then on the reversal. So just something to be mindful of. Not financial advice, of course, but for me, potentially what I might be doing is actually just sitting on my hands first of all, and then if we do get a pullback, potentially looking to get in further on down the line. But let's see. I need to do a little bit more research on it first, but I don't believe in coincidence, and it's just we got this PDT removed, and we got this probably the largest IPO coming up as well. So
yeah. I think it's going to be an interesting day today. I think it's probably going to be an interesting next few days in the lead up to SPACEX. I do wonder how it's going to react, and how the actual first few minutes of trading are going to be with SPACEX, because it's going to be sucking so many orders into that one particular stock. I'm very keen to see how things go.
So excited. I don't know enough about it, but would that take liquidity or take money out of other assets then?
Yes, so they're looking to raise a massive amount. So what would normally happen is high net worth individuals, people who want to purchase SPACEX directly, would have to sell, in many cases, some of the positions that they have. Normally they would sell the winners or take some profits from the winners to raise cash, and then they would then take that cash and buy SPACEX. So we could see some volatility going into next week Friday, and I think next week Friday this time we will be basically on the cusp of the actual first trading day of SPACEX.
Yeah, it's going to be a good watch, right? It's going to be interesting. Yeah. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to the reaction, how it acts. Just a little bit cautious, that's all. We're talking about spider senses earlier, just something for myself. Like I say, I just don't believe in coincidence with what's happening with the markets at the moment. So we'll see how it goes. But chat, if you got any ideas on the SPACEX IPO, please let us know in the comments. And just to jump over to the chat, so we got Jackie's there, and he's number one. 35 minutes ago. Who else we got? We got RDM giving us a wave. We got my FX note over on the City Traders Imperium channel. And what was Signature FX, Mandela? Any comments there?
So under the Signature FX, we have we got Asha there. Asha's saying happy Friday, guys. Coming from Asha Ludwig. Friday. Yeah, we got I'd love for QQQ to go. And then up, and then we have from Terry Too Cool, happy Friday as well.
Friday.
So great group of people over there in our Signature FX group. So what do we have next, Andrew? We were talking about where do you want to go next?
Let's fall asleep and talk about the Iran war, right? It's gonna it's just dragging on, right? You know, considering this is going to be 14 days, what we're up to now is we passed 14 weeks, right? But it is having an effect on the market. So I think it is time for that segment of chatting charts.
Oh yeah, here we go. Let's do it.
Chatting charts.
Yes. Yes. What do you want to cover? What do you want to look at first?
Should we start with oil? I think that'll give us a good indication of where we're at.
Yeah.
Just want to get into the he said, she said of the news. Let's have a look at oil. I think that'll give us a good indication of what's going on.
All right, oil's here. We'll start off with the oil trade. And oil, it hasn't really done too much. I mean, I don't trade it often. Here we go. This is oil. I think we had a side bet going on, Andrew, if I'm not mistaken. And looks like Andrew's winning. Yep, there we go. How about we look at it that way? What's that? Yeah. 4 hour chart.
Okay, so we've seen a dip in oil over the last week. So, like I say, without diving into the mainstream media, potentially that tells me something's on the horizon, with the peace talks. I know Trump's been quite assertive with Israel this week, right? So we know that's going on. I know they are going through some of the conditions as well, to finally end this war, thankfully. And I think, as long as we see oil pushing down, that's showing a little bit of stability in the market, right? And it's showing that, to me, it's showing that the peace talks are progressing, maybe not as quickly as what we'd like, but as long as I see that price pushing down, I can see things coming to an end pretty soon. But where are we to now? 92. Yeah, be quite interested, to see if we can get below 90. But same as last week for me, it just takes one tweet and we can see spikes in oil. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll put a pin in it for next week, see where we're at, and hopefully we continue to get a bit of stability, get the price down, and get that crude down a bit.
Yep. Since January, we started the year was closer to like high 40s, and then since the war started, we've been hugging that $100 a barrel on the light sweet crude. So I mean, Andrew, I have to give you credit where credit's due. You did a great job. I don't know if you want to have a victory speech of some sort, but you called it.
First of all, I'd like to thank. No, I'm okay. Okay, right. Moving on. No, it's also has been, I wouldn't say positive news from Russia, Ukraine, but I know Zelensky has been reaching out as well, to try and make some inroads in that. And Rubio's been talking about Ukraine as well. So it made me quite happy as well if we could get an end to that senseless war as well. That'd be pretty cool. And I think we will see prices on oil and your natural resources start to come back down to a realistic level.
Yeah, I really hope so as well, Andrew. And talking about realistic levels, I think the next one I wanted to kind of move us towards is the good old fashioned B word. It's Bitcoin, everybody's favorite coin. And it has done abysmally. I asked ChatGPT for some words to describe Bitcoin, and the first word that came out was shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. Oh yeah, that too. That's a good one. It just has not been trading well whatsoever. And I think we have been watching the Commitment of Traders. Commitment of Traders has been telling us that it is a sell. The smart money is the red, and when the smart money is shorting, we like to not buy it at the very least. So one good thing is I don't want to be long Bitcoin. That's it right now.
Yeah, and I think we had a key support at 59k some months back, right? And we're coming back to test that. I think it was 60k was the support, right? So if we can break through 60k, I think the next projection was down to around 54. If we break 54, it's game over, right? It's not looking good. But shout out to all my crypto bros. Yeah, they're going to say, fire sale, let's go, buy. And myself, being in crypto long enough, I still think, we'll reach those all-time highs again. I don't know when, but I think there will be some good opportunities to buy Bitcoin. But I would be a little bit nervous if we break 60K. The next move could be down to about 54. And then after 54, I think it's a long way down. So, for myself, at the moment, if I was to buy Bitcoin, I'd be looking to buy around 60K with some real tight stop losses in around 59. But I'm not going to do that. Just not interested, to be honest.
Yeah, same with me. I'm happy to watch it from the sidelines at this point. And one of the best things is to just watch it move and know I'm not losing money from the move lower. There's no emotion, no pain. And I think that's also a decision to avoid it or to just watch.
Don't get me wrong, it's still in crypto, right? But I can remember starting off, and every day I'd be checking my portfolio on Binance. Can't remember the last time I looked. So it's amazing how the novelties wear off, right? But should we jump into gold? Because I have a feeling the gold's going to slowly rise throughout the rest of the year. Put a pin in it.
Okay,
hold me to it. But I gotta think gold might. I don't think it's going to move as aggressively as what it has, but I think we could be seeing.
Here we go. This is gold on the commitment of traders as well. There we go. I mean, it's starting to. It looks better than Bitcoin. I'll tell you that. It does, a lot better than Bitcoin.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think if you remember when this war started, gold took a dive, and I think as we start the tail end of this war, we could see gold actually making a turn. I don't think it's going to be as aggressive or as bullish as as what it was, but I think we could see some small gains throughout the year going into December. So yeah, we'll definitely start tracking gold. That'll be on my list to look at. And the S&P.
Ooh, that's my favorite, Andrew. That's my favorite. Here we go. S&P 500.
Yeah, just having a little push up. Did you get out your trade or did you keep it open?
I kept it open. It didn't actually hit the stop on my side.
Yeah,
so I'm still in.
So I'm still in myself. So yeah, it's done its little NFP dance, right? And it seems to be pushing back up. So I'm probably still going to get out at the break-even level.
You called it, though. You called it that it could go back to break-even after the knee-jerk reaction. I think good move.
I think that loss we put in was just enough, right? It was close. Mine, I think it got down to about $75. So to put $10 down at the moment. I'll probably jump out once that turns green. But for myself on the S&P, I don't look at the price. I don't look at really the historical data. So all I trade is the opening range breakout on the M15 chart, right? So I'm not interested, what it's done to the left, potentially what it's going to do to the right. So all I'm looking to do, breaks that opening range high, I'm going long. Breaks the low, I'm going short. It's that simple for me.
That's great, Andrew. That's great.
It really is that simple. And we shouldn't have spoke about the S&P. It's actually taking a dive now.
So we can change the chart to something else. So we will be doing a live trading session in about 40 minutes. Anybody interested in joining us live? I think, Andrew, you're going to do your best to join as well with us. But if you can join, that would be amazing. So come over. We'll be looking at the S&P later as well.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that. But so yes, let's talk about the competition. And I think we're going to finish on time, right?
Let's do it for once. So let's give everyone a couple of minutes to enter the competition. Let's run the ducks, and then I need to jump off at 2:00. Okay, so you know the rules. If this is your very first time with us today, thank you very much for joining, and nice to have you in the office with us today. We do these each and every Thursday and Friday. The rules are: you can enter once and have a look in the live chat, click the link, and you can have a chance to win a $5,000 account, courtesy of our good friends over at CTI. And Andrew right now is placing his entry into the competition. Ready to go. Yeah, and also a reminder, we have you're gonna win. We do vet these We do have an AI that makes sure that it's only one entry per person. If you do want to ask us any questions, we will be finishing up shortly. So this is your last opportunity to post in the live chat, and we'll be happy to speak to you and respond to your questions. So doc race time.
Duck race time. Let's go. Let's
Okay,
use my
duck
winning
race time.
account.
Okay, let's do it. So we got, I'm going to do, for confidentiality purposes, I'm going to hide everybody's name. Looks like good amount of views. We got 470 views at the present moment. And in the duck race, we have a lucky number 12 entries. So I'm going to just quickly copy everybody's name. Looks like Terry Too Cool, Jackie Kumar. We have Raz in there, MyFX Note, all the favorites. Fanny, remember Fanny? Good friend Fanny is also entered, and Breon as well. So here we go. Thank you very much for entering the competition, everybody. We're going to get this duck race started and underway. How long should we make it, Andrew? Should we make it about 45 seconds or something?
Make it a minute. Is it a minute, 2 minutes?
Okay, a minute,
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, let's do that. All right, everybody, please report to the start line. Do all your stretches. And here we go. Okay, 1, 0, 0, set.
Go. Good
And-
luck, Ducks.
All right, they're off.
They're off.
So the most important thing, I think, is that we have a fair race, and whoever does win, they grow their account in a way that they're able to actually have a payout and continue to keep their account going after they win it.
Yeah, I'd like to see one of the traders actually, get funded, and then we bring them onto the show and discuss their strategy, how they've done it, and things like that. It'd be really good to get some get some feedback from someone who's gone through the process, right? So I think that'll be really beneficial to the people watching the show as well.
Yeah, I think so too, Andrew. It looks like Breon is out front with what I want to call the taxi cab hat. Not sure exactly what you would call that, but got a good lead.
I was going with the village people, but yeah, taxi will do. Yes, from the Blue Oyster. Go on, Webb.
Congratulations. Well done, Webb. Very well done.
Excellent.
Good job. So
Get your details over to us, and we will get you their account.
fantastic entry, and well done. Yes. All right. So I think that's the show, Andrew. We're more or less right on time. Anything else that we want to add before we finish up?
No, just good luck to everyone today. If your capital preservation day, protecting your profits, well done. Or if you're like me, going for the cash grab Friday, good luck. I will see you all next week. I do need to get off. I got another call I need to get on to. S&P's not looking good to be spoke to soon, but I'll be looking to trade the opening range breakout later on. But thanks, chat. Pleasure to be back, and I'll see you all next week.
Awesome. All right, that's our show for today. Like we said, just a few housekeeping items. If you are enjoying the show and you'd like for us to continue, please take a moment to smash the like button and like and subscribe to our channel. We do these every single Thursday and Friday, 1 hour before the market opens. We are doing a live trading session, as we said. So if you'd like to, come back in about 30 minutes time, and we will be watching markets as they react to non-farm payrolls. As Andrew said, let's see what the reaction is. Yep, still a negative. We got a negative sort of mood here, which I would say is a little bit contrarian. US dollar is up. We have the good old-fashioned S&P futures, which is not looking great, and gold definitely not looking great here in pre-market trading. Light sweet crude, it's not really moving much, a bit unchanged, but we will continue to monitor that. And then looking at these, we have NASDAQ is lower. Bitcoin surprisingly hasn't moved much at all. And then the 10-year government bond is back above 4.5%, which is usually not a good sign. So let's see how things develop. We're happy to do these each and every Thursday and Friday. And from all of us here at Signature FX, and of course, on behalf of our sponsors, City Traders Imperium, I want to say have a wonderful day. Fridays are always capital preservation first. So happy Capital Preservation Friday. Until next time, everybody, happy trading.